Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
Hey everybody!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, Mavericks. We are back with the Mavericks and Pyro Maniacs. We're back with another episode of The Unusual Mavericks, where nerds reign supreme.
That's right.
Yes, especially black nerds. Shout out to you guys. We hope you guys are having a wonderful and amazing day. It's been a busy day for us. Listen, meetings, editing, just a lot of things going on for us.
A lot.
But listen. It has been fun. It has been, when you do what you love, it's just amazing. I love it.
True.
Amen.
True that.
Amen.
True that. It's not work.
It's not work when you do what you love. Amen. So who is in the building? Let's see. What's going on? Keith's first in the building. What's up, Maverick? How you doing, King? Cupcakes is in the building. Thank you so much for all that you do, Queen. We appreciate the Queen to be. Yes. Cupcakes hates what I say. It's really hilarious.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yes.
You didn't have to do all that. That was not necessary. Hey, Sister Michelle, how you doing, Queen? Appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Hey, little sister. Huh?
Yes. I said director.
Director, Michelle Holly. Yes. What's going on, Michaela? How you doing, little sister? Appreciate you, Queen. Yes. Thank you for joining. Thank you for... Lena or is it hey and stuff. Hi, Cupcakes. How you doing, girl? What's going on, girl? Dr. Holt is in the building. Greetings to you, sir.
Right.
How you doing, King? Appreciate you.
Off
Dr.
the
H in the building. Not both of y'all shimmying, yes. Just
that movie.
God.
That
So y'all just
got a little bit too much bass.
Huh? Oh, were you twerking for Jesus?
Hey, listen. Like that Bullet and Flight radio commercial, I'm telling y'all, it's like,
Oh wow.
Let's do it.
All
I'm from
right.
Detroit. Don't let my shyness fool you.
Oh wow.
Really?
Right. We're from the East Coast. Don't let that fool you, girl. All right. Want to support us, y'all? If you're feeling so inclined, if you're having a good time, make sure you hit us up on the Cash Apps. You can hit me up at Kwame C86 and Dominic at Dominic L. Pruitt with 2 T's right there. And shout out to all of the pilots listening here on Bullet and Flight Radio. We appreciate you and all that you guys do. Thank you so much. If you want to donate to Bullet and Flight Radio, make sure you hit them up. Do I have to? I don't think I have the graphic for that. I don't have it on this show. I have to have it on there. But you can go ahead and hit them up on Bullet and Flight Radio on Cash App and Bullet and Flight, PayPal.me /Bullet
just
and
go
Flight
to bulletandflightradio.com. It's all out there.
It's all there too.
She'll
Yes.
put the link out there. Oh, what she have it, but with the commercials coming up, I'm sure there's a commercial. We got you.
Yes, we got you covered. Yes. But it's time for your favorite time of the day. It's the Maverick Alert, y'all. Let's get it. We got
Better drink some water because I know you about to go off.
Honey, y'all, if y'all thought I was gonna go off last week, wait until I go off this week.
And go for it.
Woo.
Just go for it.
First up, before we get to the real tea, okay? Before we get to the real tea, I have my notes, okay? Right here. First up, we're going to talk about Avengers, the Avengers 6. Dominic, do you want to get into this? Because I would love to get into the second conversation.
Okay, so I will take this. So in
Please.
Marvel news, Avengers 6 will serve as the official soft reboot, according to the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to bring back a lot of retired characters.
Mm-hmm.
So folks like Iron Man, who clearly phased out, and others that we no longer see in some of the other franchises or movies
Mm-hmm.
will be brought back. And they're talking about X-Men, Halle Berry, and Hugh Jackman, and so forth. The Phoenix, the character. So anyway, there's a lot of folks that are going to come back. So in Avengers Phase 6, this is going to serve as Marvel's soft reboot, according to Kevin Feige himself.
Mm-hmm.
This is a major bombshell, suggesting that Marvel has planned this soft reboot for a while, which they were aware that Phase 5 was a complete and total disaster. We already talked about this last week, that Kevin Feige has fired the production houses, companies, directors, producers, all associated with Phase 5's failure. She-Hulk, they named, and Secret Invasions, they absolutely named. But the whole tree got the axe. So if you did well or not, outside of Loki, you were safe. If you were in the Loki bubble, you were safe. Outside of that, everybody, the whole tree came down. So so they're gonna bring back characters like Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, a new version of She-Hulk, Black Panther, Moon Knight, and many, 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 many more. So this is going to be very interesting to see that they are now in developments for Avengers Secret Wars now. And so we're just about 4 years away from seeing this movie, according to super producer Kevin Feige. I want to say that. So this is really
right, Michaela. That was my whole thing. Good.
But he died. But yes. But so the most important thing that they want to do right now in this 4-year gap before they do this reboot is really put a lot of emphasis on what Loki is doing. So for those who aren't watching Loki, he is deeply involved in time travel and the multiverse.
Mm-hmm. And for those listening on Bullet and Flight Radio, the question that was asked by Michaela was, how do you bring back Iron Man, but he died?
Yes, so the multiverse is the answer. Spider-Man and the animated movie of Spider-Man and the multiverse they're all introducing Doctor Strange. All of these movies are now introducing the multiverse. So they want to truly introduce that and bring you back other versions or the same actors playing a slightly different version of the same character. Just to let you know. So that is what Marvel is doing. And according to Kevin Feige, in this interview that he did with Variety, he said, we are barely scratching the surface of the potential of Marvel Comics. And as we know, Marvel is now basically all under one house. The characters aren't split anymore. You have the Fantastic Four and everybody. So we're going to see a brand new universe slightly rebooted. This has a lot of Marvel fans, though, very anxious about the return of some of their favorite characters. As Michaela was saying, how are they going to bring them back? There's been talk about Tom Cruise playing a version of Iron Man, which would really be very interesting to see that. And then Robert Downey Jr. is also in talks. That's been confirmed that he is again in talks. And Chris Evans, not Scarlett Johansson. Obviously, they're going to just get a whole different actress to play that.
Well, she messed that up. So bye, girl.
Bye. Sorry. See ya.
All right. Anything else on them?
No, that's it. So that is the latest and breaking Marvel news in Marvel.
All right, well, that's going on. We also have some news out of DC, Warner Brothers, rather. Warner Brothers Discovery is applying pressure to the newly formed DC studios, according to ScreenRant.com. Executives at Warner Brothers Discovery are greatly concerned, and investors are eager to recover. Sorry, are greatly concerned about the lack of box office profits. The end of the Snyderverse placed the studio in the hole, and investors are eager to recover. Exes have greatly reduced the studio spending power. James Gunn and executives rather have greatly reduced the studio spending power. James Gunn and Peter Safran are having to make changes to their film budgets for their upcoming projects. Gunn and Safran will slow production and spread out the release of their project over the next 10 years. Monday, October 16th, DC Studios released its new project release schedule, spreading projects out and giving DC fans time to enjoy each project before the next. Warner Brothers Discovery wants to avoid the failure suffered by the MCU Phase 5 rollout and reduce frustrations of investors and fans alike. So the new DCEU release schedule is as follows. As of October 16th, 2023 is as follows. Aquaman 2, which is releasing December 20th, 2023. Joker 2, which is being released October 4th, 2024. The Penguin, which is being released in 2024. Creature Commandos, which is being released sometime in 2024. Superman Legacies, which is scheduled to be released July 11th, 2025. The Batman Part 2, which is scheduled to be released October 3rd, 2025. And the Max series Waller is to be announced, and Max series The Authority is to be announced, which I'm actually really interested in watching that.
Both of them.
Yeah, I mean all of them really.
Viola Davis.
Yeah, I mean come on, really, it's Viola. And then another Max series called Booster Gold is to be announced as well. I'm sorry, didn't see the second page. The Lanterns, which I'm super excited about, is going to be released. It's going to be to be determined as well. And then The Brave and the Bold to be announced as well. I think that's a Batman thing, right?
Batman,
yes.
And Damian.
And Damien, yes. And Paradise Lost to be announced as well. And Batman Cape Crusader, which is a movie, to be announced. And Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow to be announced. So there's a lot of to be announced because I think that they're more concerned about the budgets and seeing what they got. But they have coming out so far, I'm actually really excited about, which is already being released.
Yeah, when you really look at it, they only have 3 projects set for release next year. That's not a lot. And I think they were going to have all of those projects, those 3 projects, and a bunch of the Max series all come out at the same time. You know what, Director Michelle? I think that you are right in the version of Iron Man that we saw, but there is another version of Iron Man he's called Ultimate Iron Man. And that version of Iron Man, I believe Tom Cruise would fit that role very well because
I agree.
Would be super, super extra.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. But yeah, that's what's going on there. That's what's going on with the Blerd news. And then I hope Tom Holland comes back. That's for Marvel, yes.
Yes.
I hope they bring
within
back
the multiverse. All of the Spider-Men are coming back. Tobey Maguire has been confirmed.
What?
Yes, he has been in talks with, and it's already been confirmed that Tobey Maguire is coming back. Tom Holland is coming back, and of course the actor currently playing. It's a multiverse, so you're going to see different versions of the same character within that Avengers 6 movie that we just talked about. What is it? Secret Wars. It's supposed to be a mashup of all multiverse planet Earths, and it's going to bring a lot of the same characters together. So you can have Tom Cruise and Robert Downey Jr. both playing Iron Man, different versions of Wolverine, different versions of Storm, different versions of everyone that we're talking about, because this is going to be an epic. You thought the other Avengers movies were big? No, this Avengers movie is going to blow the roof off the house.
Yeah.
To have all these different doppelgangers of Spider-Man and all that. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, anything else on breaking news? Because I'm ready to get to this Blerd news.
No, that's it. Let's go.
All right, let's get on into the Blerd news, y'all. Because, girl, the word on the street on today. All right, let's get into Blerd news, y'all. So as you know, in Blerd news, we talk about Marvel Studios and DC, or any other upcoming stuff that's outside of breaking. All right, first up, let's focus on Marvel real quick. We got my notes together right here. Okay, let me take my sip. So, as you guys know, there has been controversy surrounding Jonathan Majors. Okay. Hey, baby, how you doing, baby? All right. Could you try again? There's been controversy surrounding Jonathan Majors. Marvel stands firm behind Jonathan Majors amid female assault controversy. According to ViewUS.com, have confirmed the charges will be thrown out against Majors. However, Majors has always maintained his innocence and that Jabbari was never his girlfriend. Now, if you don't know who Jabbari is...
Say what?
What's her name? Her full
You're
name?
right. That's
Is it Jabbari? Well, what's her full name? Oh, Grace Jabbari.
Grace.
Okay? I don't see any grace with you, girl. But we're going to get to you in a second. We're going to talk to you in a minute. You stand in the corner for a second, young lady.
Where are those other pictures?
Oh, I got it. Don't worry. It's coming.
Good.
Oh, wait. Did I upload those? Oh, I didn't upload those, but I'm going to put it up. You want to read the rest of this while I upload those? Because I'm going to get her in a second.
You want me to? Okay.
Please.
So I just find it interesting. I'm going to give commentary on what you read. That's what I'll do so far, because I want you to continue to go off, because we have for a good one, everyone. So I just find it interesting that Marvel Studios and Disney, we know that these are major studios and they have a no tolerance for any sexual harassment of any kind. They are firmly standing. They have doubled or tripled down behind him.
Yep. Because
of the proof that he's been able to provide against this. And I don't think women realize, some women, and forgive me, it's not all women, but some women realize that when you accuse a man of a crime like that, it's a federal crime. It's a federal offense. So when you file a false report against someone like Jesse Smollett, it becomes a much bigger issue than just a precinct issue.
Yes.
So the DA is now chomping down and after this girl, because like you said, he has maintained the fact all while he has been charged that this female has never been, this woman has never been his girlfriend.
Can I just say because it's taking too long, Dominic. I'm sorry. I want to make sure that we get to this point, because I want to make sure, because I understand y'all know how I am. Y'all know I am always about believing the victim. But you, Karen, Becky, you decided that you wanted to lie on this black man. And I know, even when Kyrie and I on Pyro Power Hour, shout out to my brother Kyrie, when we brought it up on Pyro Power Hour, we felt a little weird about it. It didn't feel right in our shots, our shondo, right behind our Kidney Supreme. We even said it. Even on this show, on the Usual Mavericks, Dominic and I said, it doesn't feel right. Because you're a liar, girl. And what I was so proud about is that Jonathan Majors calmed down and said, you know what? I'm not going to make this big old deal. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to ignore the media. I'm going to ignore these media attacks on me. I'm going to ignore all of this. And I'm not going to say anything. And I'm going to wait. And he waited in the cut. Right in the Shata Shando, Michaela, right behind your Kidney Supreme.
Yep.
Okay, and he didn't say a word. He was getting attacked. He was getting dropped by his label. He was getting lied on. He was having narratives created on him, and he didn't by his agents. He didn't say a word. You better take her for everything she has.
Well, it's not in his hands anymore. This is a federal situation.
Oh yeah, he's exonerated. He's exonerated. Okay, he's been vindicated. Because you lied on him, girl. And you kept creating this narrative, and you kept going down the road on this narrative of this is how, if this was 50 years ago, hell, if this was even 20 years ago, he probably would have been murdered or unalived.
Absolutely. but you know, there are cameras obviously everywhere, and in neighborhoods in New York, clearly in the upscale neighborhoods, there are, and most houses have cameras everywhere. So they were able to pull several different cameras to show it from it sounds like a an all perspective format, to show that he was absolutely unbelievably innocent.
And he never claimed her as his girlfriend.
No.
You know who he did claim as his girlfriend? Good old Meagan Good. Good old chocolate black queen Meagan Good.
Yeah.
Good old good. I don't know what you put on him, girl. She is gorgeous.
You know what she put on him, and you know what he put on her right
back.
I
know. Look at that sexy. That is a sexy couple right there.
Yeah.
But y'all tried it. You tried it, Graceland. You tried it, girl.
So continue on. The NYPD got involved in what happened?
Okay, so however, Majors has always maintained his innocence, and that Jabbari, Grace Jabbari is her name, not to be confused, a part of the Jabbari tribe of Wakanda. Okay, and that Jabbari was never his girlfriend. Never his girlfriend. Okay, you were a $2. You were never his girlfriend. And NYPD sources cited the New York Times say there's enough evidence to also charge Jabbari for stalking. You stalking, girl. You started stalking. Showing up at his home uninvited, faking injuries, filing a false police report, attacking him, scratching, and tearing his skin off, causing him to flee on foot. You let that big sexy man run around with those big old arms, and he had to run away from you, crazy girl?
Hey, look, we know size does not matter when it comes to cray-cray. I have seen some small girls take down some dudes.
Listen.
Woof.
Because in the art of combat, size doesn't matter.
It does not.
In September, numerous outlets showed video proof that Jabbari was the aggressor. According to Insider.com, the new complaint accuses Grace Jabbari of being, quote, drunk and hysterical while scratching, hitting, and violently jealous about him moving on with his actual girlfriend and actress Meagan Good. Confessions and videos taken by their driver and other witnesses confirms Jabbari was overwrought by emotion after seeing a text message sent to him by a woman thought to be his girlfriend, Meagan Good. This is great news for Majors, leaving many to believe he will be cleared, but fans are asking why the white blonde Jabbari case has been handled with sensitivity while Majors is still thought to be guilty in the mainstream press. You know why. You know exactly why. Because Becky is crazy.
And that's an actual picture of her, everyone.
This is an actual picture of her. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So another picture, like she trying to be a little dancer. The girl's nuts.
Ooh, her eyes look kind of cold, like dead fish eyes or something.
She looks like a night walker. Majors also released a text message from Jabbari confessing and apologizing to her behavior after she realized she had been charged with a major, no pun intended, crime. Hoping he dropped the charges, but it's in the hands of the DA now. You can't do nothing now, girl. Even if he wanted to, it's on the DA now. We'll keep you informed as Jabbari's case evolves. Oh yes, I'm staying on this. Absolutely, I'm staying on this.
Well, we saw what happened with Smollett, right? That, you know, the police wanted to drop it. Everybody wanted to just say, oops. But when when you talk about certain type of crimes, right? When you talk about hate crimes, when you talk about domestic violence in certain states, right? Mm-hmm. It's out of the hands of the person that can forgive you or you think can exonerate you. It doesn't matter what Major says in court. He can testify, yeah, you know, we went out on a couple of dates, we smashed, it wasn't all that to me, and you know, I was into somebody else, and da 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 da, but I forgive her because, you know, Becky had crazy eyes, so I figured I had to move on. He can tell everybody whatever he wants to say. It's the DA's office who has video proof and testimony from the driver and other folks standing around, bypassers in New York City. This is New York City. This isn't a small town that shuts down at night, at midnight or 10 p.m. on the weekdays or weekend. This is New York City. So you act a fool in front of the world. Cell phone cameras everywhere. Cameras everywhere. Enough proof to send you somewhere, girl. And now you want to... How stupid are you? I mean, at least Smollett's still standing by his story, right? He's still standing by his story that it happened. This girl,
because there's no really other proof that he lied. There's technically no proof.
But this dummy sent a text message saying, "I'm sorry."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's all because you lied.
Crazy.
You let the... I don't know what... I probably do know, but he probably has magical properties on him. He has powerful weapons of mass destruction.
Baby.
Because, honey, the way you went crazy, Graceland, okay, Graceland. I mean, come on. There's other men out there. You could have found something else.
No, she was standing outside his house after midnight, waiting on him at the door.
What'd she say, Dominic? I'm just saying.
If you got somebody waiting on you at the door like that, that says a lot, bro.
Pepper spray, okay? Michaela says, at least it shows him that he needs to stick with us. I know that's right, girl.
I love seeing that. Michaela, don't you? I love seeing
this
him and
for
Meagan.
all the years he's been dating. Now that's allegedly because he's been apparently he was dating Meagan good that whole time.
No. He went out. According to, if you read the whole story, I guess like his publicist set him up with this Grace character. Mm-hmm. She's a dancer, and she just, she walked the red carpet with him at a couple of situations. They went out, but allegedly there was no connection, so he kind of ghosted her.
So he didn't even get none of the good.
I don't know what they did. I know that they went out a couple of times, according to Majors. They went out. They had a good time, whatever that means. But it wasn't good enough to keep him. He ghosted her. That's why she showed up and kept showing up. Wow. She was calling him. This was a whole buildup. So months later, of course, it's found out that he has moved on with Meagan Good, somebody that he was actually trying to get. Exactly.
That's powerful.
Meat. And so to have her waiting for you at the door, it has to be, the butcher. Yes, the meat.
I mean, that's powerful. You must be a powerful person if you have somebody stalking you like that. That just doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, this has been building for a little while, so it wasn't something that just he didn't go from one to the other. But I kind of get it. She got ghosted, and she probably felt entitled to figure out who was texting him.
No one ghosts me. No one ghosts not me.
And if I haven't seen you in months, and you show up at my door trying to snatch my phone out my hand to read text messages from some woman.
Here she go.
Hello?
Hold on, here she go. But y'all talking about I'm too innocent for this conversation. Girl!
You saw Fatal Attraction. Don't act
You know
like
what it's about. You know what this is about.
Oh,
I just need him to get a little brush and little juices and berries on that.
Hopefully Meagan can help, we'll see how Meagan elevates him.
he had to plow her into orbit. You know what, Dr. Holt? He giving slight Kevin Durant about the head. Listen, okay. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this. My point is that he's been vindicated. Okay, he is free. How dare y'all? How dare y'all sat there and I'm not talking about my pyromaniacs or the Mavericks, okay? But how dare y'all out there blame? Because I know exactly what this is about. Y'all went there. Y'all were like, oh, he's a black man. This is a white girl, so we're gonna automatically just believe what she said.
Villainize him, yes.
And look what happened. We found out that she's a crazy hammer holding crackhead, allegedly.
The
girl is crazy.
From New York, we'll just say that.
You gonna step outside and wait? I watched the video, girl.
Yeah,
you were waiting outside, waiting for him. You don't even live there. You live on the other side of town.
Yep.
And then you try to get other people involved and make it seem like he did something.
And lynch him. Yes. To have him basically lynched. It like really bothered me, and any person of color, any black man, any black woman, anyone connected to our ancestors should feel some type of quickening seeing something like that. That was crazy. Hey, baby, he needs to have him a bodyguard from now on. He has enough coins.
Yeah, you do.
To have him a bodyguard.
You need a bodyguard, honey. And I have no problem being your bodyguard.
Oh, God.
I will guard that body.
You gonna move to New York?
Hey, if you pay me, Jonathan, you got it. I got you. Okay? I got you.
Anyway, he's got more good news to celebrate as well, right?
Yes. Yes, more good news for Jonathan Majors. Major Marvel Studios reportedly only chose Kang as a multiverse saga villain after Jonathan Majors received positive buzz over his role in Loki, according to Bounding Into Comics. Having finally broached the specific topic of Kang himself, Marvel Studios, along with Disney heads, then revealed that Kang was not originally intended to be the overarching villain of the multiverse saga. The decision to elevate him to a Thanos-level threat was based on the positive buzz after Jonathan Majors generated in the role. Not since Robert Downey Jr. had the studio place so many chips on one actor. We are happy to see that justice is slowly happening for Majors, who has already won, according to inside sources. Wow. Round of applause for Jonathan Majors. Round of applause. We appreciate you. You hung in there, sir, and you let God do what he needed to do, and karma reigned free.
Well, it's so nice. We all know Robert Downey Jr. was the face of Marvel. Say what you want, but for phase 1 through 3, right? He was the face, or even 4. He was the face of Marvel. Mm-hmm. And now to hear that he is now the so much money and support, and they obviously thicken that contract and that coint. He is cointed up right now, so he better get him a bodyguard.
Y'all are a mess. Michelle says that reminded me of a modern day Emmett Till. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been a modern day Emmett Till. Absolutely, yes. Michelle. Absolutely. All right, y'all. I just had to get that through. But girl, you better not be walking around the streets by yourself, girl, because we're watching you, girl. I see you. We're gonna give you a reason to cry. Put the hammer down.
Crazy eyes.
Kooky. Anywho, we have one last thing before we are done, and we'll go to commercial break. But New York City Comic-Con. Do you want to talk about it?
Yes, it's happening this weekend. I believe it starts. Is it today? Is today the 17th?
Today's the 19th, so we're in the middle of it. So it's going from October 17th to the 20th.
God, it's crazy. I don't know what the date is. Yes, the 17th through the 20th. So into the weekend. It is one of the biggest Comic-Cons. It is the biggest Comic-Con actually on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. So for those who are really into all things comics, you'll be surprised. All the graphic novels, all the things, so many TV shows that we don't even know were comics are comics.
Yep.
It's just so amazing. So it's a 4-day amazing event in New York. It's going to be a non-stop geek party. Anyone in New York or around New York, please go. These are fresh pictures from the event. These are fresh off the presses. Yeah. So y'all kind of dust off your costumes. If you're somewhere around New York, please go take pictures and send them in. We'd love to show them.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you have any clips or anything, please send them in. We would love to talk about it. Comic-Con, New York City Comic-Con and San Diego Comic-Con are two of the biggest events, as far as comic
East
world
Coast,
and
West
nerdom.
Coast.
And
That's
they don't
right.
just do Marvel and DC, they do all nerddom. So everything from Star Trek to Game of Thrones to anything Teen Wolf, anything that is Avatar, anything that is fantasy related, comic book, and anything within the nerddom. So that's why it's such a huge event. So I'm looking forward to seeing more information on what they release, if they release anything. I know that Marvel and DC have been kind of quiet about a lot of things. We've been hearing a lot of different things from them.
The actors are still on strike too, technically.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. So we're not going to get a lot of actors coming in to do and doing panels and stuff like that. But I kind of low key like that because we're kind of going back to what originally Comic-Con was about, which is about kind of fellowshipping with other nerds, as opposed to it being commercialized and just going for fan bases and stuff like that.
Correct. So, allegedly, I looked at all the panels. Actually, I went to the website, looked at all the panels that they have for this, and the highlights are all of the artists and writers that we have been talking about, and we all know that they are off strike. They have the spotlight. The actual creators, instead of the face of the creator, the actor, it is the creators themselves are now being highlighted doing this Comic-Con. So that's really fantastic.
And Cupcake just said, I found out there is a crime con. I'm going next year. Yes, now there are all types of there are all types of conventions for different types of things. There's even a PlannerCon. What is it called? Oh my God, what is it called? It's a planner con. It's a convention for planners. Go Wild. That's what it's called. And I was supposed to go last year. That would actually make sense. I kind of don't get that. But anyway, Go Wild is one of them. But there's Comic-Con or there's conventions for all types of specialty things going on. So like Cupcake said, it's Crime Con. So if you're into like what do you call it? True crime or any of those investigation stuff, or if you watch Snapped or anything that's like what is it, ID Discovery or whatever, that's what crime is about. There's a PlannerCon. It's called Go Wild. It's actually really, really dope. It's a whole it was pushed by the Happy Planner Company, but there's people that have their own contract. I'm going into it anyway. The whole thing, it's all about planners and stuff like that. So yeah. Yes.
But I know some people like The Boys, those series and all that. That's all at New York Comic-Con.
Yep,
right
New York Comic-Con. And hold on, what are you gonna do? Give you a notebook? No, actually, it's a big deal. It's like
Trapper Keeper.
It's not just about like planners. They talk about strategies. They talk about having a planner business. It's a whole bunch of things.
And you put it in your brand new Trapper Keeper.
Oh, Michaela said, Cupcake, you're going to have so much fun. I went. It's fun. Oh, you went to Crime Con. That's interesting. Okay. Send us some information on it. I would love to know more about it.
Yeah.
Cupcake said, Trapper. Let's go to commercial because y'all trying it. Y'all trying it. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial. We'll be right back, y'all. Stay tuned, and we're gonna talk about Robyn Smith. Today's topic of our series. What is it? We're doing. Is it Black Girl Magic or is it
Black Girl Magic?
We'll be right back after this commercial.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundaries and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs.
Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir.
We're Black by popular demand. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It does help the algorithm, and we appreciate it. Also, if you are watching on the replay, go ahead and drop a line and tell us what you would like to see and talk about other than Marvel and DC, because I know that those are our primary stuff, and we would love to add some content to our podcast, which is happening. Yeah, we love Star Trek. Yes. Anywho, we love you guys. Let's get on into the show. Let's continue on. As you guys know, we have been talking about a lot of amazing Mavericks here on the Unusual Mavericks. And so today it is no different. Let's go down a little bit on memory lane on who those Mavericks that we talked about in this particular series. We started out with Halim Flowers. Shout out to that king who overcame adversity by being released from jail, and he was innocent, completely innocent. And can you imagine going to jail and you were completely innocent of all charges, and your whole, like most of your life is taken away? So he could have been bitter, but he went ahead and continued on and made something for himself. We also have Afua Richardson. Shout out to this queen who did some amazing things. Matt Baker, who, hey girl, how you doing, Matt?
Hey girl,
how you doing? Who allegedly was one of the first gay, was it cartoonists or illustrators? Yes. So shout out to him, but he was allegedly, because he never officially came out. And Dr. Sheena Howard, shout out to this queen who is constantly doing amazing things right now. She was the first Black woman to win an Eisner Award, which is like basically an Oscar in the comic world. We also want to shout out Aletha Martinez, who also won an Eisner as well. And then one of our favorites, our idols, the one and only Dwayne McDuffie, who was just a pioneer in the comic book world and in Marvel and DC, and just shook up the world. Okay, and we also talked about Sanford Green. Was he a writer?
Eisner winner as well, but I think
Eisner
he's
winner.
graphic. He's a graphic artist.
Graphic artist. So yes, so Sanford Green, shout out to him, and also Natasha Bustos, who is also an illustrator. One of the first, or not first. What, did she win an Eisner Award as well?
No, she won something else. She won Disney, I think it was called, award.
Yes. And then we just recently talked about Loiso Makizi. I still have to get his comic. It's called Quasi. I want to get it. It's Quasi. I really want to. I love the animation on there, or the illustration. I think it would be a phenomenal story to check out. So
and I want to see his Black Batman too. That's
yes,
African Batman.
Yes, but
instead
today
of being based out of Gotham, he's based out of Africa. That's really
right. Cool. That's going to be super dope. I want to check that out. But yes, if you guys want to learn more about any of these amazing people, you can check out our playlist on Pyro Media Network by going to the Unusual Mavericks there. So definitely check them out. But today we're going to be talking about who is Robyn Smith. Okay, Robyn Smith. Do you want to go ahead and read it, or you want me to?
No, go ahead. Okay. You can start.
So Robyn Brooke Smith is a Jamaican writer and cartoonist based in the United States. Smith was aspired to become a cartoonist from childhood, inspired in part by her father, a portrait artist, and her mother, a makeup artist. She is the author of The Saddest, Angriest Girl in Town, and the book was named to be the 2016 Best Short Form Comics list by the Comics Journal. American publisher and writer Jamila Roser approached Smith to illustrate Wash Day, a comic about a hair care ritual for Black women, published in 2018 after a successful Kickstarter campaign. It won a 2019 Dinky Award for Best Floppy Comic. In August 16, 2022, the 103rd anniversary of the birthday of the Jamaican folklorist Louise Miss Lou Coverley Bennett was celebrated online with a Google Doodle. The creator of the doodle was Robyn Smith, a star Jamaican cartoonist who is inspired by Caribbean history and myth. Smith is best known for the 2016 award-winning mini comic, The Saddest, Angriest Girl in Town. Smith illustrated Nubia Real One for DC Comics in collaboration with writer L.L. McKinney, and on Wash Day, written by Jamila Roser for Black Josie Press. Whew, this girl did a lot. So let's just check out some of her highlights. Smith also wanted to be a cartoonist and inspire her father. We talked about that. A Kirkus Star review called Nubia the lead character in Smith's DC project, Nubia Real One, a new story about Wonder Woman's twin sister, written by young adult author L.L. McKinney, a essential superhero story for this moment. So listen, there's a lot of talk about Nubia. I've been hearing, like, and if you guys remember, we've been talking about Nubia and how Nubia is the sister, the twin sister of Diana, who is the current prominent Wonder Woman. And so, yeah, so we've been talking a lot about Nubia. Nubia has been brought up a lot in these conversations. And I just think that there's something going on with that. We need to kind of, keep amplifying that, because I think that would be something that would be really dope to see, in addition to seeing the original or the more prominent Wonder Woman, to see also Nubia in the screens as well. I would love to see that. But Dominic, what do you think of this young queen?
Well, Robyn is a millennial, and that's one thing that I really wanted to highlight in this portion of highlighting and profiling different contributors to graphic novels right now, and all the color that is really prominent, that there is an uprising of millennials who want to focus on certain characters. A Denki Award is, we talked about the Oscar being the equivalent to an Eisner equivalent to an Oscar. This one would be, a Denki is like a Golden Globe. So it's like right under, people win a Golden Globe and then you go to the Oscar. So a Denki Award is a very prominent award, actually. So both of these women winning this award is extremely prestigious. And now they're able to name the type of work that they want to work on. Instead of being given an assignment, now they can say, hey, my next assignment now can call the shots a little bit more. And Nubia, as you said, is one of the most popular. A lot of people are very interested. And so, the saddest, angriest Black girl in town. Sounds really interesting. And so I love her quote. She went on to say that as an Afro-Caribbean artist, I've always strived to center the Black community in my comics, in the comics that I make. Of course, I'm hired to create illustrations, but working and to bring Nubia to illustrate and bring her to life was a dream. So it's really interesting to see that this new generation, I know millennials are not technically the young ones anymore, but they are now becoming the prominent workforce now, as the older generation is starting to retire. My generation is starting to move up and think about retiring, but that center meet is the millennials. And so I love that she is dedicating her time to bringing this beautiful, prominent queen. She's literally a queen and a goddess. She's a demi-goddess to life, and I love it, because I can't imagine being a child right now. I can't imagine being a young Black boy or Black girl, gay or straight, seeing Nubia and saying, oh my God, who is this?
Yeah, and even in this picture over here, just kind of like, I'm gonna see if I can enhance it. As far as even in this, it's just so it just feels so relatable. Like it doesn't feel like, okay, we're expecting to see Nubia in this castle and like in this, thing. She looks like she's on the corner, like, hey, what's up? What's going on? This is Nubia. I'm Nubia girl. And she still has, her bracelets that were given to her, what seems to be given to her by her sister. And so, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they go forward in the telling our stories through Nubia, and retelling our stories through Nubia, and retelling this entire conversation, but in a more modernized lens, if you will. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on. And congratulations to this Queen Robyn for being a part of this project, because she didn't have to do this. And I know a lot of people are sick and tired of like having to kind of be struggling artists sometimes, but she pushed through and she did what she did. She's adding to the conversation. She's adding to things that are needing to be talked about. So shout out to her.
And a little known fact, as Themyscira, the island that all of the Amazons are on, is supposed to be located in the ocean between somewhere near off South America and somewhere in the middle of the ocean. So it's equally, you've got brown Caribbean folks on this side of and then you have the European and everybody else. So I love the fact that since the 70s, this story has existed about Themyscira being very close to South America and having a lot of South American roots. Nubia is the queen of the South American tribes, which is why she's brown. So I love the fact that these millennials are digging into the archives with these old characters and breathing new life into them. So it's really exciting.
Absolutely. So shout out to this Queen Robyn Smith. Thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you for even putting your spin and your heart of and your background from being Afro-Caribbean into these comics and into these stories too. Because even the technique of how you're drawing is very Afro-Caribbean. What would be considered Afro-Caribbean. So I just love that everybody's adding to their culture, because it shows even in the comic world, there's space for everyone, and I think that that's something that's not really talked about. So shout out to her for doing that. So I love learning about these things. So thanks, Dominic, for doing this. This is a dope find you found on this young queen.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm hoping everyone is enjoying it. I know we went over, like you said, you went over the history. We were talking about some of the older folks, and I want to say that Matt Baker also was the uncredited co-founder of Marvel Comics. Yeah. Think about that.
Yeah. Uncredited. And that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But we thank you. We found out who is Robyn Smith. And if you want more information about her, you can go ahead and go to, I believe it was robynsmith.com. I literally just Cartoonists. There you go. You can go to rowbros.com. I'm actually going to put it in the comment section right here. So it's ROBROSMO.com. So I'm going to put that in the comments right here. And then that way you guys can go ahead and check out her work, what she's doing, the comics that she has, and even if you want to purchase some of the comics that she has regarding Nubia, it's on there as well. You can read up on it and learn about her work and stuff like that. So definitely check it out. We love supporting our brothers and sisters in this stuff. So we'll see how it goes. All right, y'all. That's gonna be it for us. Do you have anything else, Dominic?
No, it's just so interesting to see. We've been going over the last 100 years of our people of color, and comics and graphic novels, and it's super interesting. Every week I'm also learning something every new. I feel like I'm in college and doing essays every week, and this is it's really exciting. It's fun. So I'm really hoping that everyone's enjoying it as well, because these are real people.
Yeah, they are.
And we should support our generation, next generation, our ancestors, wherever you want to start, wherever you want to be.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, we love you. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you for all that you do. Go ahead and make sure that you are liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you have any other questions, or if you want to reach out to us, or you want to let us know what's going on, or things that you want us to talk about, go ahead and leave a comment, or you can reach out to us directly via our social media. Until then, stay unusual, y'all.
Stay unusual.
Peace.